Hope all is well. Welcome to another Living Well is a Lifestyle vlog. So excited to be back before you. And as you can see, it's a beautiful outside today. And I am super excited to share what's going on in and on the homestead. Welcome, 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 everyone. It is a beautiful, maybe, good 65 degrees here today, maybe just a little bit more. I'm not sure, but it's feeling mighty good. I was out here earlier today in my moo only, and that was some kind of good. Okay, I uncovered everything, did some inspections, and just like my title says, 100 on 0.25 of an acre. Hmm, a garden tour and what's next. Y'all, I am so excited because just as I thought, I believe everything here is going to bounce back. Every single thing. And we're going to get into it because I just got some things I want to show y'all because it's popping over here. It is popping over here. Things are alive. I'm just coming back from my mailbox, so I want to share the garden with you all. And so that is what we're going to do. Y'all, look, can you see it? Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? Y'all, it is beautiful out here. And my vegetables are beautiful too. Let me tell you, your girl made some good decisions in her planning. And let me tell you why. I'm sipping my tea as I go because I haven't eaten yet today. I had to take care of some business. But when y'all look at that kale and them collards and that broccoli, it was all covered, y'all. Can y'all look? Cause we about to saute some food. We about to saute some broccoli. Get into it, y'all. Just get into those collards, will you? Get into that broccoli. Y'all get into this kale and these Brussels sprouts. If I showed y'all, OMG. Let me just keep going. So we just gonna walk around and show y'all what happened. I uncovered everything so it can get some sunlight. Hey Glenn, what's happening? Can you see what I see, bro? Can you see what I see? You hear me? Mm. Everything was uncovered this morning. Yes, it is. I uncovered everything this morning. It is bouncing back. My greenhouse is in full effect. Look, can you look at these kale? This is baby. Look, can you see the baby kale? Look at the baby kale. Look, I need you to see that baby kale right there that's growing, grew through the freeze, grew slammed through the freeze. Okay. Look, the baby kale growing through the freeze. You hear me? I am so excited. I did some good planning. You hear me? Some beautiful planning. This is a baby right here. This one right here. That's a baby. Y'all see that beautiful baby stuff? That baby kale, them seeds I put down in there? I put seeds down in there and they are just growing. They grew through the winter. Let's go through here. Let's go. Let me put, I guess I'm going to have to put my tea down because I can't manipulate. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to put my tea down. Give me a second. I'm excited. So excited. I'm so excited. Look, very few leaves perished. That's one. And that's one. Very few leaves perish. And if you know, like I know, when greens, when You know, like I know when greens get tapped by the frost, they taste better anyway. But what I want you to see is I need y'all to take a look at, which absolutely blew my mind. Can y'all see all of those Brussels sprouts? Can you see all them Brussels sprouts in there? OMG. Let's go, Brussels sprouts. Wow. So, anyway, this is the mobile garden, y'all. I did some extremely good planning and things are bouncing back and I'm super excited. But I want to show y'all get into this cuz I got about 50. I currently have 50 fruit bearing trees on less than a quarter of an acre of land, and I'm aiming for 100 with the right plan. This is kale, all this is kale and Brussels sprouts packaged together. Packaged together now. Listen. Look at them babies down in there, y'all. I am so look at that. Look at that beautiful kale. Oh my goodness. I planted so much kale. All right, let's go on over here to this here garden. This was the deck garden. I gave all of the I didn't even give this a name, but it's bouncing back. Y'all, this is the one that was on the deck. So mind you, what I used was these triangular planters. These I'm sorry, triangular. What do you call these things, y'all? The things that grow on trellises. Trellises. So I used these triangular trellises and I stuck them inside the box and I covered them up so that I wouldn't lose my vegetables. And guess who didn't lose her vegetables? Guess who didn't lose? Okay, y'all get into these kale about to come back. Y'all get. I need y'all to get into this kale. Y'all hear me? Look, this is the deck garden. That was the mobile garden. This is the deck garden. OMG. Will y'all get into these collards? Yes. Okay, hold on. Y'all know I'm not finished because I got to show y'all something today. I got to show y'all. This is gonna come right back. We got kale, we got collards in the same bag. Uh, look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Will y'all just look? Now I'm gonna show y'all what I did because I need y'all to see something. I need y'all to see this plan for these 100 fruit bearing trees. Cause y'all, I know y'all think I'm joking. But baby, I got already have 50 something, 52, 56 maybe already. This is the beds. This is the evergreen beds after I uncovered it. This is what it looked like. And when y'all get into this dragon, to this snapdragon, OMG. This is another garden right here. I'm going to give them all some names. I gave them some temporary names like mobile garden, patio garden, deck garden. But I'm going to give them some other beautiful names. But look at this broccoli, y'all. I thought I lost it. I thought I lost this broccoli. But look at here, look at here, look at here. Okay? Look. She was covered up. She was covered up and look. The beautiful thing about this garden, y'all, is all of these vegetables can are either spring or fall, right? So the beautiful thing about my garden is I don't have to plant spring because brassicas because they're already here. They were small when the fall started. They were small, so the exciting thing is they get to grow. They already in, they're already growing. They get to keep growing, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have to start any new ones, right? Look at this bed. This was the last bed I planted and it was so little. But when you look at that, because baby, when it's get ready to get warm around here, when it's spring is about to spring it, and look at these, look at these. Okay, let's get on over here to these Brussels sprouts and these collards. Collards in the comeback mode, okay? I think I lost my cauliflower. It's not looking so. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Oh, maybe I didn't. Look at here. Well, look at here. Looky, 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 looky. She leaning, but she here. I only planted a couple of them. I only planted a couple. Look like I lost one, and I think two are going to make it. These leaves don't look so good, but baby, that cauliflower. Oh, that I don't know if that one's going to be so good. But when you look at those Brussels sprouts, baby, and all them, look at them collards. Look, 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 look. I just need y'all to see. Hold on. Okay, let's go on over here to this bed. Y'all, do y'all remember? Do y'all remember what it was looking like out here? All the snow. Do y'all remember what it was looking like? All that snow on top of everything. Look at this beautiful bed right here. All collards. All collards. Collards. All collard green queen. Will you say it again? All of this is collards. 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 This is kohlrabi. And it's supposed to get a like a root. I don't know. It's not looking like kohlrabi, but it's supposed to be kohlrabi. So we're gonna see, okay? But this whole bed, I put this one to sleep because this is my stevia. It does not survive winter, so it is completely asleep. But baby, when it come back, it's gonna be kaboom, boom, boom. All right, let's go over here to this bed so y'all can see. This is another broccoli bed. I only had a few broccoli in here, and we probably are going to, I cut these already. I cut them back. So I'm probably going to snatch these out and build something else in this bed. Probably some corn or something because it's a very sunny spot. But let's go over here. Do you see? Can you see what I see? Can you see what I see? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 collard plants. Me too. I love them. I love them so good. And they love me so good. They so good for hypertension. They so good for us. And that's why I planted so many of them. I just planted a lot of collard greens because I knew that if anything was going to survive out here this winter, it was going to be them collards. Y'all look at that. Can you just, whoa, right? Let's go over here to this bed because I still got some more stuff to show y'all. Hold on. Will you look at this right here? Okay. Collards, collards, collards. And some broccoli. And some broccoli. They leaning. They leaning with it, rocking with it. But baby, I don't know. They got shoots coming up the side. I might just need to put this one on a stand or something so it can just go on and stand up. But these two were shorties. And this one's leaning a little bit, but she ain't broke. She ain't broke. She bent, but she ain't broke. All right, let me take you over here, show you this right here, because I want y'all to know that I have 52 fruit-bearing trees and bushes and brush on this land. This less than 2.5. Just this little urban backyard, okay? Because this don't have nothing to do with my front, my side, and my side, okay? This just the back. This just this little piece right here, okay? I know y'all can't see it, but honey, when the sun starts shining, when the sun starts shining and the leaves start blooming, will y'all look at this? This is cabbage. Oh, she looking pretty too. Ain't she looking pretty? This all cabbage and hold on, spinach. We got our spinach over here. Looking good. Looking good. That one didn't make it. We lost one. We lost a few broccoli back here, but I'm going to leave them alone because they might come on back. We don't know. And this is a full cabbage bed here. We lost a few leaves, which is my work is I'm going to come through and clip off these bad leaves. Anything touching the ground anyway because I want them to continue to grow. Right, these are all cabbage. We'll get them to my chickens. Give this leaves to my chickens. And in the middle, I slapped a couple of Brussels sprouts in the middle so they could, because I didn't want them. These are Brussels sprouts. Brussels, but all of those are cabbage. Those are cabbage, y'all. Look at this. Hold on. So, what else did I want to show y'all? Oh, the one I really wanted to show you was my my um not moringa, but my orange tree. It is so beautiful, y'all. Look at this. Look at that, will you? This thing costs a lot of money, and it died last year in the frost. But this year, mandarin orange. Isn't she beautiful? She is gorgeous. Isn't she gorgeous? My lemon didn't do so good. But let me just show y'all these plants. So I put in, so y'all can do the counting too. 4 blueberries here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I put in 5 grapevines. 5, that's 9, right? So that's 9. Oh, look at the little birdies, okay? We got 2 grapes here, 10, 11. We got a raspberry, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, a full grapevine. That's 20. Y'all count with me. A banana, 21. 2, 3 muscadines. And I'm getting ready to uproot these and put them over there because I want them in a different place. No, it's 4 over here. So it's, what did I say, 23? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28. We counted 28, okay? That's 28. Let's keep going. Y'all don't believe me, I know. 28. This is a pear tree, 29. Dwarf peach, 30. This is a cherry, 31. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 figs. That's 38, right? Y'all counting with me? 30 raspberry, 38, 39, 40. This is a cherry, 41. I think I got more than 52. 42 blackberry, 43 blackberry, 45. That is a crab apple. 46. Another blackberry. 47. I'm telling you, I know I got more than that. 47. Y'all, that is so pretty. Blueberry. These are all blueberries. 47. 48. 49. 50. 51. Apple. 52. Another apple. 53. Blackberries. 54, 55. 56. This is another apple. Let's go back here. These are plums. 56. No, these are 57, 58. Those are figs. 59. These are plums. 59, 60, 61. So that's 61. Wait a minute. Wait, we ain't finished because he got mulberries over here. 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Now that's 65 fruit bearing in, y'all. 65 that I've counted so far. Fruit bearing in less than a 0.25 planting space, because that's not all the property. This is just the planting space I'm planting in right now, okay? Y'all, I'm telling you, 65, and let me see, because I know, wait a minute, there's more over here. 65, because I got some more blackberries over here. 65, I got 5 more blackberries over here. 65, 66, hold on, 66, 67, 68. That's blackberry. Okay, there's 70, 69, and 70. So 70, can y'all believe it? And that don't even count the lemons that's on the front. I got lemons that are on the front. I had to keep them on the porch so they can get direct sun. Oh my God, y'all, this is so beautiful. This is going to be so beautiful. I'm like, Father, you favored me. You favored me. Y'all, if you don't believe in praying over your land, I prayed over this land. I prayed, Father, cover my land. Make my land a no-fly zone. Make my airspace a no-fly space. Like, I prayed for my grounds because, listen, this is an investment that God has allowed me to be able to use my hands to show people how to grow food. People often ask the question. As a matter of fact, I was asked that question recently. Why? Why do you do the work that you do? What's justice about? What's social justice about the work that you do? Well, it's food justice. Okay. Back when I was a little girl, and a lot of times the justice that we all choose to be relevant in, the space that we choose to make a difference in, is most times linked to your own lived experience. And let me just talk about that for a little bit. When I was a little girl, my parents broke the curse off the family. They bought a home, so they were homeowners. We were in a home with two parents, but they weren't married, so there was still a curse that was following us, okay? There was adultery, there was all the things, right? But we got to tell the truth. But here's the thing: we had what we needed, though. We had what we needed until we didn't. Okay, as kids, now back looking back on that as an adult, I look at how we had everything. When I say we had everything, we didn't want for nothing. We had a beautiful home. We had piano lessons. We had all the instruments. We had parents in the house. We had food. We had everything, okay, until we didn't. Right? And then one day we found ourselves in a horrible predicament. And by horrible, I mean didn't know where our next meal was going to come from, didn't know our heating source, didn't have gas to cook our food, didn't have hot water tanks to water, to enjoy hot baths. So we struggled. We struggled a lot. And right, I tell you this story because it's always been food justice. It's been about what can I do to keep someone else's story from someone else from experiencing what I've experienced. And even if they are experiencing what I experienced, how can I show them how to get over or get past what they're going through, right? Because that's the biggest thing. How do we be solution focused, right? Because what I don't like is waking up 6 decades later still fighting the same fight. Like, that's not me. I've never been that type of person. I've always been in the movement space. I've been in the movement space. But when I say the movement space, my PhD is in human services with a concentration in social and community services. So it's always been about the resources. It's always been about the resources and how do we help people utilize the resources that are available, and how can you be a resource to someone else, right? When you make it out, how can you be a resource to someone else, right? That's what life has always been about for me. So when I look back over my story, I think about the connections I had, the fight that I fought for, how I fought for families and fought for children and fought for my own family. Okay, why? Because I did not want my family to repeat what I went through as a young girl. Okay, so when we think about our why behind what we do, where do you fit within the movement? Where do you fit? How can you bring your experience to the table and help bring a solution? How can you be a solution through your own lived experience to help someone else to thrive, right? Because fact is fact. I'm 63 years old and I woke up this morning and people are still on the internet fighting about racism. We've been fighting about it since I've been alive. I'm tired of it. Honestly, I'm just sick and tired of it. So I'm like, okay, God, how can I, Father God, use me in a different way? Father God, use me to drown out the noise. Not that it's gonna go away, because it's on both sides. Racism is all is it because it's a social construct, right? Race is a social construct. You know, we are human people. It is a human race, and that is a part of why this the world struggles so bad, because everybody won't be separate. Everybody want to be separate and other than what God created us to be, and we are the human race. And this social society created these social constructs back in, when colonization, and when one race wanted to conquer another race, and another race and wanted to obliterate, you know black people, and all the things, the horrible things that happened as a result of social constructs. And I don't like waking up to that. I don't like waking up to it every single day. I'd rather be the solution. So, how can I effectively, God, be a solution to the problems that exist in this world as it relates to the things I struggled with as a kid? Food, water, shelter, and energy. Can we get into this thing? Like, that's me. Food, water, these are the things I struggled with as a kid. Food, water, shelter, and energy. We didn't have the gas to heat up the water. We didn't have the utilities to cook the food. We had kerosene heaters that did that thing. Okay, and and it's untelling what the affects effects that such a thing had on our bodies, right? Whew. So I could go on and on and on and on and on and talking about that, but what I'm here to tell you today is that I am willing to teach you how to be the solution, because we and our lived experiences can come to the table and say, okay, well, I experienced such and such. Well, how can I use, how did you get above that? How did you rise above that? How did you conquer that thing? Can you tell somebody how you conquered that thing so that you can be a part of the solution at this table? Can you build a table that you can invite some people to and share your story? Right? Because that's what this is all about. It's about how do we be the solution to the problems that are going on in the world, because we are equipped for the battle. We are equipped for the battle. Amen. 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 So, like I said, there are 70 trees right now, 70 fruit bearing trees, shrubs, yeah, trees and shrubs and vines on this 0.25. And I'm not finished. And I'm not finished because I don't like to do a whole lot of work. I front load and then I sit back and relax. Okay? Front load, get the work done, and then sit back and relax and invite the people in. Okay? Show somebody else. Use the space as an education garden. Use it as an education space to teach people how to do certain things to rise above their situation. And I don't care if you don't have an ounce of land. We have a mobile garden. I grow in bags. I grow above the ground. I grow in the ground. I grow in beds. I grow whatever way I can grow. The vines grow up the wall if I have to. On the roof, it don't matter. Bottom line is, I don't want food to ever be an issue for me again in life. I don't want it to be an issue for you. I don't want it to be an issue for your family. I don't want water to be a problem. I don't want energy to be a problem. We didn't have it. We didn't have it, y'all. I remember not having the gas, the heating sources, the hot water tanks to take a bath. Little girl toting huge pots of hot water that was heated on a kerosene heater up the stairs to pour into a tub to take a bath. You said you live in a balcony and I have two cherry trees. Do you see what I'm talking about? Come on, dig for health. You ain't just dig for health. You dug the ditch, right? Because you wanted something, right? In the Word of God tells us, and when you want something, just like He told him over there in the desert, you gotta dig the ditch so when the rain come, baby, you got something to hold. You got something to hold the water. All right. So thank you for your testimony, dig for health. That's what we got to do. We got to testify about, wait a minute. You said you also grow food. That's what I'm talking about, right? Because you can grow in a high tower. You can grow in your house. You can grow hydroponically. You can grow in a green stalk. You can grow and preserve. You can grow in a greenhouse. These little old tiny greenhouses. I have a little greenhouse in my bedroom where I'm starting seeds. I don't play about this thing because if anything go wrong out here, I want to have a backup. We gotta have a backup. You growing bags and containers? Come on, dig for health. Come on, let's do it. I would love to see your garden. I would love to see your garden because we have to show our folks. Always be ready. We just can't we just can't leave it to the people. We just can't leave it to the people. We just can't leave our survival. We just can't leave our survival to the people out here. You understand? And we all have something that we can share and bring to the table to show other people. So dig for health. I hope that you are sharing in your community. I hope that you are that's what I'm about, teach family how to do it. That's what I'm talking about. And this is all about teaching my family. Listen, this is it. It might look like trash right now, but baby, I laid all this fabric down here. Look, it might look like it's trash, but baby, ain't no trash down here. When the stuff start blooming out here, it's going to be so beautiful. And I got pathways to walk in because, baby, look. I wasn't playing. I'm 63. And I'm not playing about comfort. I'm not playing about being able to survive. I'm not playing about eating some food. I'm just not playing. And, and this, we got, look, how many more can I get out here? I don't know, but I'm going to squeeze as many as I can. This is going to be a shade garden back here. Why? Because it's a bunch of trees. And I'm not going to stop and put some more trees out here. Look, because guess what? Let me share this with you too. Why we need to have some shaded areas. Look, I drew a blueprint. And if you haven't seen my blueprint video, you need to go watch it. I drew a blueprint so I could, number one, decide what else I want to put out here. Because I already know I got bloom. I already know I got a forest. Okay. Thank you. But the ice and all the stuff laying out here, I just look at it like visually, aesthetically. It's not aesthetically pleasing right now, right? But that's okay. That's okay, cause baby, the day is coming when some blooms gonna be blooming and some trees gonna be treeing, right? If that's a word. But what I'm saying is, we just have to keep plugging away at it. What else can you get in the ground? And I know that the shade is necessary. And the reason why is because the solar heat is going to destroy a lot of things, y'all. The climate and the temperature of things is so bad now in the summer heat that it will burn up your vegetables. So you have to create the natural resources for your plants to survive, your vegetables to survive. So you have to build in, the natural habitat. And by natural habitat, I mean you have to look. You see this down here? This used to be grass. This is not grass, this is wood chips. So in this covered ground, this is covered ground that's been covered. All of this was grass. Every bit of this was grass, right? But I wood chipped this entire space. And I wood chipped it because I wanted to create a forest effect. This here is a whole asparagus bed. You see, all of this I did with my hands. Because God gave us some hands to do some work with. And I'm 63 years old. You understand? He gave us our hands and bodies to do some things. I built these beds back here. I built these flower beds. I built them with my hands and some leftover resources. Every single one of these beds, these platforms, I built them with my hands. My daughter built our fire pit. That was the first thing out here in the garden. This was my very first bed that my other daughter built for me because I wanted a garden so bad. And this is the first bed that I had here. These were the second beds that I put in. So I only had two in these three beds. And everything else was grass. But I wanted a garden. And this was my first orchard. So it was started over here on an L shape. So this was the orchard. This is the orchard. And this type pots right here because these gonna all have food in them later. Don't worry about what they look like right now because they're gonna all have food in them when you come back looking again, okay? Um, but what I'm saying to you is it was here. You see these posts I put in? This was the first garden. You see this? This is an old tent. I took the old tent and I concreted it in the ground because this was all open. I ain't have no fence, right? And the deer would come in and eat the food. So I used these posts from a fence line, from a fence, an old raggedy fence, and I concreted them in, and I put deer protection around these posts so that I could grow cucumbers and other vegetables. So it's like you start where you start, right? You start where you start. And as I stand here right now on my 5th year, this will be my 5th year in this home. And I look at what the Lord has allowed me to do with my hands. It's just a blessing. It's a blessing, and we just start with what we have. You start where you are. We're not here to compete. I'm retired. I get to do this every day, all day. As a scientist, I am a locum researcher. I replace and help out research wherever I can when staff is short. But I do that on my time. I still use my talent, as a PhD. My research now is here in the agricultural space because once you get a PhD, you can research whatever you want to research. That's the beauty of understanding science. But I share all that to say, start where you are. People are working, people got families, people have barriers, people have whatever, but start right where you are. It doesn't happen until you start, right? It just doesn't happen until you start. Start with one bag, 2 bags, or start with saying, what vegetables? Start with a list of vegetables that you like. Start there. What do you and your family like to eat? That's what I grow, but my family like to eat. And I have, look, no respect of vegetables because I eat them all. Every single one of them. I am not choicy. I have no respect of any kind of vegetable. So what I'm saying to you is get started right where you are. I do hope and sincerely hope that this video bless someone to start because I see the opportunity in my garden. Every time I come out here and I look, I see opportunity. I see opportunity right now for about 10 more trees. And I mean tall trees, fruit bearing, that's going to bear fruit this year. That's right, grow what you eat. It doesn't matter what I put in these beds because the beds, I can circle them around. I can put something, they going to keep growing because them collards ain't going to go. Them collards right here, these collards going to keep growing because what I'm going to do is these are collards. These are collard beds. You understand? These are collard beds. They collard beds. Collards and cabbage. Cauliflower, broccoli. Collards. I grow what I like to eat. So these aren't going nowhere, but I'm going to put some fruit. So when I want some new vegetables out here, what I do is I grow in these bags. So I have prepared bags to put food in. These beds are going to be surrounded by bags. You see them bags? These are my prep bags for the spring. They got manure in them, soil in them. These are my prep bags. This is a perennial garden over here. You don't see nothing right now, but baby, when it come in the spring, you're going to see everything. Because this is a comeback. Comeback, it's got to come back because I don't play about my money. I don't play about keep spending money. You got to perennial. perennial. These are all flowers. When they come back, they'll be 6 feet tall. So I say, get into it. Let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it and make stuff happen for your family this year, okay? Let's get into it. Like, I'm so serious. I can't wait to see these grapes climb up. So some of the tasks that I have to do this week, I did want to run that by y'all. So I love to tell y'all what my next tasks are, because when I come back, I'll tell you what we putting up and putting down. So them five muscadines I had back there, I'm gonna take those up. I'm gonna take those up. I'm gonna leave that area as a shaded garden with the banana, because it's a whole banana tree over there, right? So I'm gonna take those four muscadines. Let me just show you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, because I don't like to just talk about it. I've made it so I can get around in my garden. I built the arbor. Here's the arbor. So instead of these grapevines trellising on this tent right here, I made an arbor for them. Built the arbor so they can go all the way across. So when see the muscadines grow so fast, they grow so fast that you see they everywhere already. And so I'm gonna take these up, take these four muscadines. I'm gonna take these up and I'm gonna put them over here. So I'm gonna put them in these spots over here. Let me show you. I'm gonna put them, here's two right here as well, but these aren't muscadines. They are concord. I'm gonna put them over here with these grapes. See, I dug holes in the ground. The good thing about the fabric cloth is, believe it or not, all you gotta do is put the pot down, circle around it, cut it out, and dig the soil out and stick your pot in there. You don't even have to, you cut the bottom out of the pot and just stick it down, and it will automatically make contact with the ground. That's the goal, that it has to make contact with the soil. So these will climb up here to this arbor, but the muscadines are already vining. So I'm gonna pull those up and put one here. I made these right here, these concrete. That's how I built the arbor. Put one here and one here, and what I'll do is I'm going to build it so that it goes all the way across to the other side of the house. So the goal is that this will all be, I have a plan, a visual plan. Yes, I do compost. This year, what I'm going to do in my composting is I use my chicken manure for that as well, and I'm getting some rabbits, and I got compost in the back. So I get compost brought in every year, and this is from last year. This is all that was left from last year. I'm even putting some trees over here this year, so that's my goal. But this is going to be my new compost area because I have chickens, right? These are my babies. They lay me some eggs. They about ready to come in now. They about ready to go lay down, lay some eggs. But those my girls. And so this year I'm going to be building out this area. I'm going to be building onto this area for compost. This is my chicken coop my son built. And this takes care of my girls. We built out the space, an urban homestead on this quarter acre of space. Quarter acre. We only use part of the space. This is where my girls live at, okay? And this is where this year I'm going to build out a couple of boxes here. That way I'm not far away from their compost, because what I'll have to do is bring this out. Once the spring comes in, I'll clean out all of this and put sand in here for them. But, all of their stuff will go into the compost area. So, yeah, that's the plan this year, and put in more trees and baskets. And yeah. But y'all ready to come in? I live in the city. And we're allowed to have up to 6 chickens. Up to 6. And I have 4. I raised them from babies. I don't have I don't have a rooster. I just have four hens, and they are beautiful, and they lay some nice eggs. You hear me? These are my girls. Do you have chickens, Dig for Health? Do you have livestock? So that's my goal for the compost this year. That is my tour for today, y'all. I'm super excited. Bouncing all the way back from a winter freeze. Many people lost everything. I had no plan, and I prayed to God. I'm going to get some quail this year. I'm getting quail this year, but I have to, learn how to keep them. I had to learn about them chickens first. And I got them down pack, and I got me a little greenhouse. Now that I'll share that with you as well. I'm harvesting seeds. So my greenhouse, this is a little quick tent greenhouse. I should put a link in the, but this is my little greenhouse. And this is where I grow and harvest my seeds. These are my seed trays. This is all of my roselle. I grew roselle this year. I always grow roselle because it's good for blood pressure. You don't want to be having no blood pressure issues. It is the best ACE inhibitor you can ever drink. This is stevia. This is the peppers just drying. They just drying out. I had a bunch of them. And so you live in an apartment. Oh, that's right. You did say you live in an apartment. Growing some herbs in here right now. Cilantro. I'm getting ready to cut all these back so they can grow. They took a little bit of a hit, but they are growing. This is thyme, some cilantro, some rosemary and sage, Old Bay. I got a couple eggs back there that shouldn't be back there. I got some seeds, but I did some seed sorting. I did some seed sorting over the last couple of days. I got some apple trees I grew from seeds down here. These are trees. These are my apple trees I grew from seeds. And they are in these small pots right now. We're gonna see how they're gonna do this year because they're getting real strong. But I had 16 of them. Only six survived. Only six survived. And I grew those from seeds. This is my little mini greenhouse. And another goal of mine this week is to fertilize. Another goal of mine this week. You did grow sorrel. Did it do well for you? Mine's grew like trees. And I am drinking that sorrel. It is so good. I love it. I absolutely love sorrel. But yeah, I'm building another planter box. So I want to move those grapes. That's what I want to do this week. I want to fertilize number 2, and I want to build another planter box right here. So right here in this area, I want to put another planter box here. So I've got some wood, and I'm going to go over to Lowe's today. That's the goal, because I want to do it in the morning. It is, yes, they be massive. Did I say grapes? Yeah, I got a lot of grapes. I got Concords. I got grapes everywhere, but I have sorrel. Um, but that's where I'm going to put my planter. I'm going to get some wood cut, some little side pieces cut because I make all these myself. Like I made this deck. I make it out of old stuff that I had left over from the fencing, and so I have a small pile of wood that I'm still working with, and I'm going to enclose my fireplace. So those are the 4 things I want to do this week: is enclose my fireplace, get some sand and rocks around it, build this box here. Right? Did I buy these plants? I grew them myself. I grew all of them myself. Yep, all of them. Everything. I save seeds. I harvest my seeds. I think you can look back. I just showed you. I have a house full of seeds. I save all my seeds from every food I eat, every food I get. Yes, my lemons too. You started soursop. I got some soursop. I didn't start it yet though, but I'm gonna be starting it. Share it with us. Dig for Health. Share it with me and tag me. tag me so I can see it. I want to build a community. And if you subscribe, you can talk to me in my little small community that I created on YouTube. But you have to be a subscriber for at least one day before you can comment in that area. But I would love for you all to share with me. You got a few plants? Good for you. Okay, cool. And then I want you to share your pictures. I want you to share with me what you're doing because like I be sharing stuff, but I want folks to come and share with me what y'all are doing so we can support each other in ways beyond, our videos. Thank you, Dick for Health. I appreciate you subscribing. Thank you if you like this video. Bloodstain Believer, I see you. I ain't seen you in a while. I haven't seen you in a while. So I grow in everything, like I said. I also save water. I harvest water. If you aren't harvesting water, you need to harvest water. Remember, we need to harvest water. Okay, it's for my plants. The whole thing is full of, and the water go bad, baby. I got some water to feed them plants, and all I do is get another trash can and baby open it up, collect some water, ice. Okay. Look, this is my fertilizer. I created my own fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. Food. It's full of food and it don't smell. It don't smell. It's just all liquid food. All food. It's the stuff I get out of my scraps I save. And this one's full of water. The ones that have water in them, I usually put a screen over them so nothing else gets in them. But this is frozen solid. So I put a little tully over top to keep scraps from getting in. But see this little bit of wood, I still have this to use. I had so much wood out here. And the next other project that we're going to do this summer is work on our barn. But before we do anything else, because this is going to be a patio for events, workshops, things like that I want to do with the community to help them learn how to grow. Our garden is an education space. I'm a researcher, so I like to do everything decent and in order. It's a service. It's a service. I am of service. You compost in place too. That's what I'm talking about. Compost in place. Liquid fertilizer, compost, all of everything. Let's get it. Let's get it. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got today. This video is 52 minutes long. I just came to share with y'all real quick, and show y'all how things were bouncing back. I just uncovered everything so it could get some good air, some good airflow, and begin to spread its wings a little bit. But I'm just really pleased that I did not lose my plants. Listened to the voice of God. Cover them up. You know what to do. Cover the food up. Or lest you lose your money. Cover them up, lest you lose your money, right? Or lose all the work that you put into it. Have an awesome day, Bloodstained Believer. Thanks for sharing. Yes, make sure you subscribe and so you can comment in the community. Share some of the stuff you're doing in the community with our folks. So our folks or the people on my channel, we can share with each other and know what each other are doing. But I wanted y'all to know that I have 70 fruit-bearing plants so far. I'm trying to get to 100. I'm trying to get to 100. Yep. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. This was beautiful. Thank you for coming in and sharing with me. And remember that living well is a lifestyle. Have the most amazing day, and whatever you do, don't let anyone get in the way of what you are called to do. Bye for now.